AU Pro Volleyball is the most unique challenge in sports. The goal, to win an individual title in the ultimate team sport. Entering week 3, the leaderboard features 4 different positions at the top. An opposite, a middle, a center, and a rookie outside. They've drafted teams to complement their skills. Who got it right? Who got it wrong? From Madison, Wisconsin, we welcome you to the penultimate week of this championship. After 2 weeks of play, we loaded up a couple of flatbeds and a bus of elite athletes for the 425-mile journey from Omaha to Madtown. It is fall in Madison, Wisconsin, a beautiful time to be in the Midwest for week 3 of Athletes Unlimited Pro Volleyball. This championship is fueled by Gatorade. As we welcome you to our second match on the evening, Team Thompson taking on Team McCage from the Veterans Memorial Coliseum at the Alliant Energy Center here in town. This historic building host to our final 2 weeks of play, as well as our week 5 championship ceremony. Look at the leaderboard here. Jordan Thompson still leading, and she's about to play in this match. Reagan Cooper, the other fresh face in the captain's chair. A successful voyage for her in match number 1, a victory. A little bit of work to do here for the rest as they begin to climb back into the championship picture here in our second match. Hi, everybody. Kevin Barnett. Welcome once again. We're looking forward to an incredible weekend. We have 12 total matches here on our first nights. We'd love to get the captains involved immediately, so here they are next to our own Olympian, Key Michael.
From besties to frenemies, the style icons. First of all, Molly McCage, first time in the captain's chair after 5 years. What do you think you need to do to beat this one over here?
Okay, so we kind of always know that Jordan's going to pop off, but nobody else on her team can pop off. That's what we're thinking tonight.
Okay, how do you agree? It's your second week as captain. You're looking really comfortable already, but what's changed since last week, if anything?
I mean, basically the entire team that I was playing with. So we went from enemies to lovers, back to enemies again. But yeah, I'm just really pumped about this team. I think we have great energy. I'm excited to have some fun tonight and compete.
All right, back to enemies. Let's have some fun, guys.
So the teams are ready wearing the gold jerseys. That is Team Thompson, with Sydney Hilly, local star. Natalia Pereira on the other side, number 12, looking to be a big role for Team McCage, first draft pick there. This is how the point scoring works. Your win points are the most important of all. Are you winning sets? Are you winning matches as a team? That'll be 60% of your individual total points for the entire season. Now your stat points, those individual points, will make up another 40%-ish. If you're picking up MVPs, they're going to cut in there a little bit too. 1, 2, and 3 honors available via vote from all the athletes at the end of each match. Another veteran, Tori Dixon, back to serve. A 2014 world champion with Team USA and current athlete with League One Volleyball Salt Lake. She's teamed up with fellow middle Molly McCage and ready to go in the purple jerseys. You're looking at Maddie Kingdon-Rischel, a perennial top 5 pick. One-time star for Arizona, the Phoenix native. A lot of Team USA on both sides of the ball here as we get started in our second match. Beautiful dig by Micah Hancock, one of those gold medalists down the line. Kat Bell in the lineup at opposite once again as Temi Thomas-Ailara gets the start alongside Natalia of Brazil at the outside hitter position. We were wondering what McCage might do at those spots as Claire Hoffman, outside hitter for Team Thompson, puts the ball into play. It'll be left here for Kat Bell, coming off her best weekend. Do you go right back to Bell? She'll play that one overhand and kind of out of the play. Kingdon-Rischel, one of those 5-tool players. Did Natalia get a touch? She did not. It is long, and Thompson leads 2-0. Hi, Keith.
Hello. I'm excited for this one. I think Molly said it perfectly, that no one else can have a good day at the office. Thompson, she knows she's going to get her points, but how do you control everyone else? That's the question.
Yeah, she can pop off, as it were. Kat Bell looking to pop off for Team McCage. The Cat playing at League One Volleyball Austin alongside Molly McCage, both out of Texas during their collegiate career. The Texas native, the Cat Bell, K-H-A-T.
Yeah, Molly gave us the insight on it. Oh, we didn't. Oh, it wasn't Molly. Sorry, it was a little birdie that told us why she spelled it that way. Oh, no.
Key, Michael, I'll let you recover for a moment.
Oops.
Team Thompson with
Giving
the kill
away all
there
our sources.
for Maddie Kingdon-Rischel. Match high, 21 kills in her 3rd match of last week and had MVP honors. Champu with the dig there. Kingdon-Rischel trying to work high flat, gets the soft touches. McCage with that patented slide leg. Both teams tipping, neither successful. That ball is wide.
And we saw how important defense was in the last matchup. Hugely influential on the outcome of the game. Already some big pickups happening.
Yes, in our first match, we saw one side, Team Cooper, go with 64 total digs as that scramble play is saved by Team McCage. Thompson, deadly down the line, but not this time. Pinoy with the dig, and then it's Sophie Fisher with the huge stuff block. Blocking is her game. Fisher comes in 2nd in total blocks in the league.
Yeah, guess who she's right behind?
Molly McCage.
One Molly McCage. Is going to be such a fun matchup.
That ball's a little bit wide. Angle had to be had. Fisher got a piece of it again. Tough one for Kingdon-Rischel, and she cannot put that one over the net. Yeah, the contrast on the Thompson side, the middle blocker position, is rather interesting. Caffey is offensive, 48 attempts hitting 400. Fisher, 44 attempts hitting 160, so not nearly as effective. But Caffey with just 5 blocks. Fisher with 15 coming in, already 16 as Natalia steps back to serve. Yeah,
I think you want to have sort of a yin and yang. If you can't have one player that does everything all of the time, unless you're JT and just put her everywhere.
If you could have 5 JTs and a setter, that would probably work out fairly well.
Yeah.
Thompson off to a good start here with Maddie Kingdon-Rischel on the outside, currently in the front row. Champu Gidpard, the Thai national setter, also in the front row, now as the opposite serves. Thompson. Temasai Lara off the block and out of bounds. The one-time Northwestern star who spent a season with Nebraska. Pardon me, with Wisconsin. I was trying to transfer her.
That was transfer going into the portal these
days. The
days.
transfer that happened. She played right here for UW in Madison, so home again to the end of her collegiate career. Ilara once again, down the line, just missed. Aiming for that smaller blocker.
And the other thing I'm noticing, Thomas Ilara, which Molly told me before the match, she's using her as an outside.
Right.
She's been on the opposite typically this season. We saw her as an outside last year, but she knew that the other players would be sleeping, or the other captains would be sleeping on her in that position, so she was able to get her plus Cat Bell.
Tough inside blast. Hoffman with the dig. How about the conversion? No, another dig from Pinoy. Well, I love both the outside hitters and all the tools for Team Thompson. They only have 2 outside hitters on the roster this week. And the best opposite perhaps in the world, or at least in that conversation, Jordan Thompson.
100% in the conversation of best. Certainly in this league, possibly in the world, but she's
definitely
proving,
in the U.S.
Definitely. She's proving time and time again why. And we talk about it every time she comes on camera and steps foot on the court, because she's cleaning up junk balls. That ball just high, wide, out of system, she's there, doesn't care.
Yeah, you're gonna have a bright bit of competition at the opposite spot worldwide as Cat Bell annihilates that one from the opposite spot on the other side. Give us a couple of the other big-time opposites that people may know in the international game.
You got your Paola Gonu of Italy, world champion, Italian.
Gold medalist.
Gold medalist as well. You've got your Boskovic, Tijana Boskovic of Serbia. Phenomenal player, lefty as well.
Yep.
We've got some Bella Hack from Sweden is in the conversation. She plays in Conegliano currently in Italy.
Turkey.
Melissa Vargas of Turkey. She's phenomenally athletic. I mean, there's a handful that are right up there at the top, but I mean, it's really just pulling strings or plucking hairs, or what's the expression I'm looking for? Splitting hairs between who's the best.
Splitting hairs, yes.
Not plucking hairs. That's gross, Key.
Someone's into the net there. What will the challenge be? Thompson trying to lean in. She will be blocked, but will there be some questions? There are not. McCage looking to do a little work to get back in it here in set one.
That was a difficult spot for Thompson. You saw how far she has to fly forward and brought that back down to the level of the mere mortals. And Dixon able to get a big hand on it.
Thomas Hilargo, a jump serve. I like it. Players getting a little more aggressive from the line, and being aggressive on the left side was Claire Hoffman, who's come on strong once again now in her second season of Athletes Unlimited volleyball. Second season here, 6th in points coming in. Of course, that leaderboard constantly changing from the moment that play starts. Positives, negatives, team points being awarded. Cat Bell high over, perfect spot by Kingdon Rischel. Good turn from Bell, even better touch from Hoffman. Caffey can't get that one past Dixon.
Dixon, one of the veterans at the net. She's got the record for most block assists in a season, most blocker assists in an AU career because of that kind of court presence, that net awareness that she plays so well.
Yeah, the highest hitting percentage last season out of any player, any attacker.
Does it all?
Hancock with another dig in that right back, extending the rally, now setting the offense, trying to go to the captain, and it's a rare miss for number 5.
That ball, in my highly biased opinion, looked a little bit low for Molly. Obviously, as a middle, I can recognize when she can't get that full extension on it. She wants to go over the blocker. She wants to find the seam there. Not able to do it.
There isn't a position who is more reliant on her teammates than the middle blocker in the sport of volleyball. An already interconnected game. As a net violation there, will have the kill go the other way.
Yeah, the reason for that being that first contact has to be on the net for you to even be considering to use the middle. Secondly, the setter then has to find you and put it in your wheelhouse. So you're kind of just reliant on those two contacts before you have even had a chance to do what you want to do.
Cat Bell hits that one wide. So Team Thompson continues to carry the advantage here. We're going to play 3 sets. We're going to add them all up for the total score. That will determine the overall victory and those 60 team points. As the teams trade service errors, that time from Kayla Caffey. Kayla Caffey, a standout on the floor as well as in the classroom during her collegiate career. Mizzou, Nebraska, Texas, a couple of degrees in there. A couple of graduation ceremonies. And now a long pro career as Temi Thomas Ailara puts the wall in front of Thompson.
That's a big move by Temi Thomas Ailara, and McCage closes up to her as well. That ball dying just a little bit on the inside. Thompson, you can see she's trying to turn it back down the line, but Thomas Ailara gives her no space.
Outside, reset. Do you go to the captain? Yes, you do. Tries to go inside, and it's an error. So back-to-back negative points for Jordan Thompson. She has been Major Tom, just phoning into ground control every now and again throughout 2 weeks of play. Here, she's going to take -12 in back-to-back plays, as the entire league tries to drag her back into the fray. She'll get +8 there, tipping off the edge of the purple block.
That's a huge veteran move to come in with the tip after 2 errors. But one thing that's interesting about JT is she's had to play with 4 different setters so far in the first 2 weeks. She now has Shampoo, who she's never played with, so she's adjusting to a new set every time she's on the court.
Little reverse layoff there. Hoffman with a good dig. Set to the outside. Kingdon Rischel works through the block and down. Yeah, looking at the draft order, it was quite interesting. Key Michael, Jordan Thompson going with Kingdon Rischel and Claire Hoffman. Pair of outsides. It's a snake draft, so she gets back-to-back picks. Then to the setter, Shampoo, quite early there on her 3rd pick,
yeah,
followed up by Sophie Fisher.
That one surprised me drastically.
Well, we'll see how it works out.
Considering they've never played together before.
That might just be a want. I mean, you have these international players you want to be on their team. You might want to be on Justine Wong-Orantes' team as she picks up a dig there. 2-time Olympic medalist. Thompson, Shampoo, full effort. Extended rally. McCage. Not yet. We saw a lot of extended rallies in our first match. Soft touch. Champu leaves it for Hoffman. Kingdon Rishel going high, flat. No hands detected.
No dice, but I loved that defense from Champu. And we right on cue when we were talking about why she was pulled as the first setter. That's why. Those kind of pickups, those kind of movements where she's keeping her team in play, paying off big time.
Champu Gedpard, 26th overall right now. Thompson digs that one high in the middle. Again to the outsides. And another long rally. TTA, deep corner, winner. Temi Thomas-Ailara off to a very nice start.
Yeah, she was one of the sleeper picks that Molly McCage talked about. She knew she was going to have trouble picking up outside hitters after she made that first pick. She waited, and Temi Thomas was still around.
That ball is missed. And Team Thompson, although close, carries a bit of an advantage to our technical timeout here at 15-12. Team McCage settling in. Will they rally? We will see when we conclude set one. The Athletes Unlimited Pro Volleyball Championship is fueled by Gatorade. Capital of Wisconsin, Madison, Madtown, as it's affectionately known, is our host for the next 2 weeks. Team Thompson getting underway with their stay, their residency, with a lead, 15-12 in the first set. Every week we have a draft that determines the composition of these teams. It's always very interesting to how they come together. Here's Key to break it down as to how we got here.
All right, it's always a good day to be a middle, especially if your name's Molly McCage. But she might not be so excited to be in the purple chair, and I'll tell you why. As a middle blocker, she's already at a disadvantage, right? She doesn't have a big point-scoring player in herself like these two do, these other captains. Second reason is, although she gets the first pick, which might seem like an advantage, she takes her big point score here. She then has to wait 6 picks before she gets to go again. So this is where the strategy pays off. Right here, you might think she's going for another big hitter. No, because 9 of the best are already off the board. So instead, she changes it up. She goes middle blocker to take her best, and then she steals Micah Hancock. These are the 2 players she thinks are the best middle and setter combination. She's then guessed that she can wait again, and you can see her only 1 more pin is taken before she gets to pick her next pin. So there's a lot of strategy that goes into that chair, especially if you're a middle blocker. You got to have the brains. Kevin, what do you think about this strategy?
I like your call out of Micah Hancock there at setter, who is a weapon, not only because she can dish out the offense at an international and gold medalist level, but also because from the service line, she can go on runs and be incredibly deadly. You're getting a lot of bang for the buck there with number 92 in purple for Molly McCage. As you look at the captains here, Thompson, first-time captain last week. McCage, first-time captain this week, as that one sails long. So neither side with a ton of experience crafting these rosters, and we'll have to continue to follow that story throughout the weekend. This is match number 2 of 6 on the weekend. Going to go Saturday and Sunday here in Madison, and the following week will be the conclusion of our Athletes Unlimited Pro Volleyball Championship. There is that tough serve from 92. And here she is at the controls. Get it to the opposite, who gets stuffed straight down by the second leading blocker in the game, Sophie Fisher. Sophie Fisher played her collegiate ball at Georgia. Week high, season high, 6 solo blocks in her second match of the weekend. And that overpass is killed by her counterpart there. Kayla Caffey with the big swing. Key, this is symbiotic by the middles.
Well, you want to have middles that are productive on both areas, in the offense and in the defense. But Tori Dixon known for her blocking, so you have to have a backup there.
Thompson looking for another conversion. Boy, they are really standing in on that line shot. That's a couple of Peanut Pinoy hazard pay kind of digs, but it doesn't pay as they miss again wide left. That's 2 from the right side from Team McCage. They've been unsuccessful. Fisher stays at the line we've seen her do damage from here as well. Tough serve. Bell left, dug by Kingdon Rischel. Both outsides making plays, but that ball from Bell is going to fall without a second contact.
And it's the dig from Rischel that does it there for me. I'm loving seeing her and Thompson together, by the way. Good friends off the court. You can see him in the background there. Just having a lot of fun. And I think this is something that's really special here at Athletes Unlimited. These players get to reunite, and it's just really, the energy is there.
High, deep swing. There was definitely a touch on that. GTA with the kill. That's Temi Thomas-Ailara. Had a breakout season last year and picked up MVP1 honors in her third match. It was the second time in her career with 16 kills during week 2. And she's added a tough jump serve. Oof, love that. That ball is missed, but a net violation is going to give the kill anyway to Jordan Thompson. Tough one to swallow for Team McCage.
It wasn't out by much.
Leaderboard popping in. This is our top 20. Cooper, another strong showing, staying in that number 2 spot. Thompson's going to hold the number 1, likely. Especially if it continues like this. That little ice cream cone tip does fall. Just melted over the block.
Sometimes when you're blocking, you forget that you have Justine Wong-Arantes behind you, who can pick up literally everything. And the instinct is just to reach back and get a touch, but you don't need to.
Hoffman fights that one off. She'll get it right back and kill it. Fulfilling the duties of an outside hitter, Claire Hoffman.
Yeah, she doesn't look particularly impressed with her own swing there, but I like the idea. She's gone deep. She knows that the middle blocker's back there playing defense, goes high, overhands, makes her play it overhead. It's a great choice.
That ball short. Natalia unable to get a cut. Thompson will take one. Slowed. Quick into the middle, and they are all over the captain.
Kathy with a great read, and you saw she kind of just followed in that direction. She was there early. She was paying respect to the middle blocker on the other side that she might get that ball, and it pays off.
Kayla Caffey picking up her first big block here. Add to her totals. Look at Kingdon Rischel with a surprise dig. That was highly technical coming through the block like that.
And the angle on it too. She's so far inside the 3-meter line still. Gets a great arm on it.
Good start by the middles for Team Thompson, who missed that one. They already have 3 blocks combined as Maddie Bug checks in. Bug, a starter last week. Second setter this week for Team McCage. Caffey from the defense to the offense. A little check for Natalia Zilo Pereira. Make sure she's okay. Get the floor cleaned up. She'll be on the right side attacking. McCage in the middle. And Maddie Haynes in now in the left front. Wondered about that possibility of having Haynes come in at the outside hitter position.
Yeah, she's got so many options. McCage does on her side. She's got a double sub option here with the 2 Maddies coming in. She also mentioned that she, up until the night before the draft, she was planning on taking Brittany Abercrombie as her first pick. Changed it up to Natalia last minute.
Maddie Haynes is in the opposite currently, subbed in. Good soft touch by McCage, but no one can get underneath it. Missed opportunity for the women in purple. And remember how big these points are at the beginning of a set. Valentine Anderson gave away 4 set points to start set 1. While they did win the set, it was unnecessarily close. And it was a 100-point set headed into the third as that ball is served long by a driving Thompson. You want to win these sets as big as possible. Second set point now for Team Thompson. She was trying to finish it right there. Fisher got it. So we said the middles had some contrast. But both of them performing blocking and offense here in set number 1 for Thompson. Pretty complete win for Team Thompson, 25-18. They not only win the first set, but they're going to carry a pretty good lead into the second set. Team Thompson, high fives and smiles all around as they win the first at 40 team points. Dating back to last week, Team Thompson has been dominant, winning 8 of 10 sets with that first one here in Madison. An emphatic statement at 25-18. The Burger Queens, as they are so named, victorious. Key Michael.
Yeah, we asked them pregame what it was about. They said, hey, we're wearing the gold. Our team is gold. We're proud. We're proud to rep it.
Well, it might be the Burger Queens out on the court wearing the black and gold jerseys, but here in the broadcast booth, it's a little bit different story. We've gone with a Burger King. Maybe I should loom over you in weird fashion, like the odd commercials they were running for a while. Just like the creepiest thing ever if this showed up in your bedroom. People waking up, oh my goodness.
I mean, it does feel a little bit like that sometimes, not gonna lie. But I clearly, there's some favoritism in the booth here. None of the gold team came and gave me a crown. So thanks.
There you are,
there it
Key.
is.
That's better. See, we fixed it. There we go. Let's get you oriented properly.
If this feels right, Kevin. This feels right. I'm feeling the passenger princess vibes coming out.
Yes.
Here.
Half of you feels like the monarch.
I'm British.
Exactly. All right, we're ready for set 2 here. We were chatting about set 1 for Team Thompson and what was really impressive for them.
Everything.
The balance. Yeah.
The way that they played, every different piece of the puzzle was coming together. Because as Molly mentioned in the intro, you got to stop Jordan Thompson. So I think in retrospect, that's what the purple side have done. They've slowed her down. She was not popping off, to put it into Molly's words. But because Jordan did such a good job of drafting other pieces that would kind of step up around her, you can't pinpoint one player that's been doing all the damage.
You have to be pretty upset, to your point, Key Michael, if you have Jordan Thompson get 3 kills on 14 swings and hit 0 for efficiency. She had 2 balls into the block and 1 out of bounds, and you lose the set by 7.
Yeah.
So what will Team McCage do? Where can they look for some encouraging offense? Kat Bell back in the lineup as they get a free point to begin. They have the firepower over there.
I think that Molly needs a lot more out of Natalia. She picked her first for a reason, because she thought that she could kind of make her team group around Natalia and that style of play that she has. She can really impact the match a little bit more, so she needs to see more of that.
Yeah, you're talking about Natalia, one of the all-time great players to come out of an incredible country with volleyball culture in Brazil. Multiple-time gold medalist, multiple-time Olympic medalist and gold medalist with world championships and other high-profile events. Thomas Ilara missed contact there, and that one will be long. So another point for Team Thompson, an opportunity for us to talk to Sydney Hilly, the Minnesota native who played in this city collegiately. Tell us about the growth of this game in this place.
It is so awesome to be back in Madison. I went to a game at the Field House, and just how awesome our fans are. I miss it so much, but I'm so excited that these girls get to experience Madison and we get to play some pro volleyball here.
You mentioned that Kelly Sheffield is someone who's had a huge impact on your life. How is that?
I mean, when you go to Wisconsin, he wants you to be a better volleyball player, obviously, but he cares more about making you a better person. And he's someone who's still in my life to this day. Go to him for advice. He's just the best. Like, anytime I talk to him, I just feel so much better.
Who else do you lean on as a pro player when you get into that situation? Where else do you look for support?
Definitely my mom, and then my boyfriend, who's a professional football player. He's a quarterback, so I feel like the quarterback and the setter position can kind of like talk to each other about leadership and just all that. So I have a really great support system.
What have you been seeing from this gold side? You're on Jordan Thompson's team. She's been so successful in these 2 weeks. What has been the secret there?
I mean, obviously Jordan is just an animal. If you can feed her, feed her. But I think we're doing a really good job of serving and passing right now, so we can be balanced in our offense and then not have to lean on Jordan as much. Like, we can set anyone here.
Sydney, I want to take you back for a second because there's often that debate about quarterbacks and centers and how comparable they are. Who has the tougher job? Is it facing a blitz or trying to run a ball down and make something hittable?
I think when you start looking at the play calls for quarterbacks, it might be a little bit more challenging. I mean, those play calls are like 12 words long, and I'm just like, go quick red. That's all I got to do.
I mean, don't be afraid to throw an Omaha in there or something.
Yeah.
Call an audible.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Sydney. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Sydney Hilly. We'll see her back out on the floor there. PBF, now MLV Setter of the Year for the Indy Ignite, leading that league in assists last season. As Micah Hancock misses into the net, McCage would love to see that weapon come alive. 5-5. Thompson and McCage. That ball's going to be tight. One hand set is all she could do, but it's magical from Micah Hancock.
Hancock was an important pickup for Molly McCage. She purposely said, I want this player. I want someone that can run an offense, uses their middle, has the experience. And Hancock, who we saw with a neck injury in the second week, didn't get full playing time. That's one of the question marks. Is she full healthy again?
Well, looks like it there as she pancakes that ball to keep it alive. Big block from Tori Dixon, finishes it. But Micah Hancock with the save, the kind of thing that netted her 3 VNL gold medals, as well as the USA's first gold in Tokyo in 2021, and then Paris, silver in 24. Hancock called on to finish that Olympic Games in Tokyo at the setting position. Had a lot of injuries there. And Hancock doing an excellent job stepping in, delivering what was at the time, a historic bad beat that the Americans had never won, and they rectified that. This one stays alive here, a little ping pong defense. Finished again by Dixon, showing her value offensively.
Yeah, and if you have a look at some of the numbers from Hancock, you saw it just briefly there, her stats. This is why she's one of those players you want to pick up off the board immediately. Not only is she delivering, she's 3rd ranked for assists per set, but digs and also the aces. You've seen how aggressive she can be from the end line, and that is what you want in a setter, an all-rounded package.
Yeah, not only the aces key, but she'll run on you too, because she'll put you in trouble. As Temi Thomas-Ailara gets killed there. And not always is she getting a clean ace, but she's often putting the team in so much trouble that your offense runs much more smoothly off a free ball.
Yeah, and that's really the key, right? Is you start from the service line. This is the first contact. Natalia has the ball right now, so she's thinking about who am I going to go after? What areas of the court is going to force the setter off the net in the most difficult situation? That ball, perfect pass, and then the connection not there, actually. I was going to say that's what would have happened.
Here's what I wonder, and you tell me if I'm right here on this one, because I'm looking at Peanut Benoit. We saw her dig in set 1, dig a couple of balls down the line. Now here comes Thompson hitting the line again, maybe trying to get a little too critical with the line to avoid another libero dig.
Yes and no. I think that ball was too inside for her to go line, so she had to come inside and underneath it to try and over-rotate, and that's where the error comes in. But you're exactly right. The smaller that zone gets, the harder it is to hit.
Oh, they're shrinking the back row. Bell, missed opportunity there. Net violation from TTA. Tough play for number 25. So as we hit the kind of just past 3rd mark, 30%, 33% or so of our second set. You look at that match score there. 31-28. Thompson with the advantage still, but losing this set by 4. Gives you an idea of how important those points were to win by 7. Opening the set as TTA just slams it with a fist.
That was a difficult swing, too. That ball coming from behind, over her shoulder. And the reason that's tough is you can't look at the court in front of you if the ball's coming from behind you.
Was that a test of skill?
Test of all the things.
And now a block to follow their running points. 12-6, it doubled up. And they are right back in the overall.
This is exactly what the McCage side need right now, is a string of points, a little run of blocks right here. McCage doing a great job of closing up to her outside Cat Bell.
Short service. Captain called on to side out, and as opposites do, taking out the trash.
Keep an eye on Thompson's face. It's all smiles, it's all joy, it's all friendship when things are going her way. As soon as things get a little tough, you'll see her switch into competitive mode, and it's so fun to watch.
We were talking about Paula Agonu earlier. There are times in a match when she's had enough of your good plays.
Yep.
And she starts to annihilate people. Thompson capable of the same kind of thing as Timmy Thomas-Ailara gets that kill. 13-7. McCage not giving much back. Just one in that rotation. How aggressive will TTA be here? She's been hitting the jump serve, missed last time. She's so eager to get back there and hit a better serve. She was skip jumping Kat Bell, who now heads back to serve. Little inside, hit over the smaller block of Hancock by Thompson.
And Thompson was the only player to get over 1,000 leaderboard points in either week in the last 2 weeks. The next closest, Nachi Valentina Anderson in week 1 and Natalia in week 2. But she has just been so dominant in her points that it's so tough to catch her.
Perfect pass, McCage. Just had to reach out and get that one. Beautiful overhead set. Oh my goodness. The first contact rules are very loose.
I feel like for the purple side right now, there has to be a sense of urgency. That was one of the problems on Thompson's side in week 2, I believe it was, first match, where they got to the end line, looked comfortable, and then the other team comes back. This has to be at the forefront of purple mind right now.
Well, there's an even better play from Kingdon Rischel following McCage out on that slide, putting the left hand directly in front. How quickly things can shift in that overall score. Thompson's back up 4.
Great follow. That's all footwork.
Overpass, put away, no! What a save! That looked like it was for sure done. Reset, rewind. McCage aside, trying to salvage the points. Not yet. Zila Pereira with the dig. TTA full head of steam, dug up by Rischel. And dangerous play ends with a net violation, unfortunately, in a series of spectacular plays.
Man, look at this. 1, 2, 3, up. This is the kind of defense you have to win matches here at Athletes Unlimited.
A remarkable series of plays. McCage, soft block here. There is Natalia. You called on her earlier. She had a quite aggressive and powerful attack here. Another high, aggressive swing. Nets McCage the technical timeout at 15-10.
I'm just thinking, like, should I ask her like a little bit shorter my ball? You think like, yeah.
I think wait a little longer. I think
okay, I'm early. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like I'm always like here, so.
So you can get it shorter, but if you wait a little,
wait a little bit. Okay. Bye. Yay! Nice. Let's go.
Here we go. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, super. Like this. Perfect.
I love that we're seeing Natalia, a multiple-time Brazilian national team player, Olympian, going to Alicia Glass for advice, for how she can improve on her attack. I mean, she knows the expectation on herself. She has such high standards, but yet is still willing to have feedback.
Well, she's come up in an incredible system, first joining the national team in 2008 as an 18-year-old, much expected of Natalia. In June 2011, in the lead up to her first Olympic Games opportunity, she was diagnosed with a tumor in her shin. The rehab failed. She was informed she had to have a second procedure in December, went to a pretty dark place. It's December of 2011. Remember, the Olympic Games in London are coming up. Made it back just in time for that 2012 gold medal squad. She said, Z. Roberto waited for me. And I was forever trying to repay that. The next 4 years were outstanding. She won Grand Champions Cup in 2013, World Grand Prix in 14 and 16, and was the MVP. And that is what's now called VNL. And she's had a remarkable international career with so much success.
And yet still humble enough to ask for feedback. I love that. That's what it's all about here.
Always trying to get better. Kayla Caffey was very good in that first set, contributing offensively and defensively. Here going short with the serve. Natalia, what a reach.
I was looking over at Alicia Glass making the exact same movement that Natalia made with her finger, and they've got a little bit of eye contact with each other because, again, it's not a one-person show. If she's looking at her bench to help her see what's available on the other side, and that was a perfect example of it.
What I love about that is the history between those two women. In Rio, America goes for a bronze medal with Alicia Glass setting. That was a very disappointing Olympic Games 2016 for Brazil. They finished 5th, of course, on home soil. The men would go on to win that event. But they have faced off with one another before, and here they are all of a sudden cooperators, developing a relationship in a much different way.
That's the beauty of it. That's why we love this league so much, is those chances to see individual superstars in their own right on the same court together. Or on the sidelines.
And different generations of stars as well. Jordan Thompson, generation now for stars in the international game, misses that serve. Expecting her triumphant return to the national team for Eric Sullivan at some point here shortly, as both teams are trying to navigate their way through a very dominant and successful run on the men's and women's sides. Karch Karai with another big job on the men's side. Thompson out of the back row, that little C move off the slide. Explain how the back slide and the C work together.
If you're a middle blocker and you want to run the slide, you have to create enough space that there's still that option for JT to run behind. So it's really like a dance between those two players. Oh, an ace serve. Come on, Maddie Kingdom Michelle.
Dropping it in the Halloween coffin corner.
Why is it Halloween?
Well, it's next week, but we're getting there. We're seasonal. Close the door on this one, Key.
That is brutally beautiful.
Second one is out. King and Rishel trying to go for a repeat, but the door on the coffin was already closed. It would have just bounced off anyway. Natalia to serve. Good seam serve. A little bit of trouble over there. Hit out by Fisher on the backslide.
And just to finish that thought, earlier on that slide, you saw how wide Fisher went there because she's keeping that channel open for JT to come through.
Sydney Hilly in at the controls in the front row. A bit bigger block presence. She'll run this one down and feed the captain, who will go deep corner, well placed. 19-16. Now this set for McCage is looking good. They're still trying to make a little more progress on the overall.
They have to continue to contain Jordan Thompson. She's starting to go off a little bit now. 6 points in this set alone. Fisher got enough. That's one that Thompson could have hit herself, but you can't set yourself and hit it. This isn't short court. The crossbody is working for Dixon. Love that change of direction. And again, she and Micah Hancock, of course, knowing each other so well, great connection there. But that over-the-body change of direction, just so difficult as the middle on the other side to recognize where that ball's going.
So we'll have a little challenge here. Captain's challenge. There are 2 per team per set. This is in or out, and that ball was called in, but Key, I judge by your reaction that you're seeing a little bit of space.
Yeah, just a little sliver of darkness between the sideline and the ball's outline. I'm calling that out.
Is that another Halloween reference? A sliver of darkness?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was scary if you're a middle blocker.
It sounds much more foreboding in a slightly British
After
accent.
review, The challenge for ball out is successful. Point goes to gold side.
And quickly resolved by our replay booth in Nashville. We will rewind the score a little bit, and Team McCage with less breathing room. That was almost a Halloween pronunciation of that here in the second set.
Breathing room.
Exactly. I'm going to be doing some counting later, perhaps, as Dixon gets it right back and puts the kill away.
It is getting spooky over here in the booth, guys. We still got a week until Halloween.
Yeah, we're enjoying Madtown, and we only just got here. 2-week stay, 12 matches in total. This is just match 2. Oh, Dixon goes a little long. They scored a bunch in that rotation last time around.
We talked a little bit about having to be terminal, right? Halfway through this set, it looked as if McCage was in a really comfortable spot. Now that lead is cut down to 2.
Teams even in service errors, but I think neither one would like to see 7 on the board at this point in the second set. Feeling like they have to try and destabilize the other offense. King and Rischel, another outstanding defensive play.
Oh.
Not to be outdone, Peanut Pinoy on the other side. No touch called. Ball out of bounds. Molly McCage gets final say. She is making the C, as well as the television signal for a review.
Look at the scoop from Pinoy. And I think Tammy Thomas-Alar on that second look, I don't think there was a touch on it. She was high enough above the block. It looked at first instinct that there might have been because there was an awkward looking spin on it, but I think that came just off of her hand. From that angle, I think she's hitting too high to get the touch.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You're right about that spin, Key. As you see, Sydney Hilly still at the controls for Team Thompson here.
That one's a pretty clear shot.
Great work by our crew right there to show you. That one's looking like it is going to get denied. That is the weakest challenge.
Goodbye.
After review, the challenge for a block touch is unsuccessful. Point goes to gold side.
So for the second time in this set, Team McCage comes up on the losing end of a challenge by having their own denied there. One challenge remains for each side as Sydney Hilly serves. Thomas-Alar dug over. Boy, those retreating outside hitters have made a lot of plays here. This time it's Hoffman. Oh, cleaned up. There's Molly McCage. Can we get some barking?
All I hear is cowbell, but I think
Maddie Haynes, signature coined the big woofers last week, will enter the match after this big stuff.
oh, that one just feels different. McCage's blocks have a different sound to them. When she gets her arms fully over, that inside arm just hits different.
You were saying you feel it in your bones.
Feel it in your bones, you do.
That tip just crawls over and that is down. Inside of the big block of Haynes and McCage.
I think if you ask probably any player, and I don't think, I'm obviously biased because I'm a middle, but I think a block, the feeling of a block is better than any other skill in volleyball. 4-1
run here by Team Thompson, looking for total control headed into the third of the overall. Bug dishing to the outside. Both setters have been changed. McCage can't handle the second contact. That one a little tight to the net, and we are tied here in the second. But look at that match score. Back out to 7, 46-39. Maybe a little desperation for the purple side here. Haynes trying to hit out. Cannot do it. A big block by Thompson. She's so good with no steps, just straight up.
Yeah, especially with no steps. That doesn't need to do any lateral movement because she's following that ball to the outside. She's given 100% of her focus to Maddie Haynes. And then a little shimmy to go with it.
6-1 the run for Team Thompson. They unwind the double sub. Does Team McCage. Dump. Oh, Justine Wong-Arantes says, yeah, I see you, USA Jim. Natalia, #1 draft pick, gets them back on the board. Deuces wild here in the second.
And the difference between that tip and the one before, just a little bit to the left to avoid Wongarantes. That's all it takes.
Stay away from the liberos.
Yeah, especially JWO.
Is that the Justine World Order? That ball redirected off the overpass. Temi Thomas-Ailara putting it in with some heat. And her captain giving her props.
Yeah, this is the breaking point here for the purple side.
Okay.
It feels as though all the momentum is on gold. They have to pull the trigger right here and finish it if they're going to have a chance.
Back-to-back lightning bolts from the line, and another stuff block. #1 pick next to her captain, Team McCage, to a set point.
And this one, a little extra sauce on it because it's on JT of all people.
For the set and 14 points. Tough serve once again. 3 for 3. And this side out, Rischel instead collects. So McCage will have one more shot at it here before we look at some extra time. Where do you go, Key?
I go McCage if I'm Maddie.
On
Or
a good
excuse
pass?
me, if I'm Micah, I go Molly, but I'm sure Fisher's watching that. She'll be following.
Remember, Kingdon Rischel got her last time. Can't go there. Captain to the draft pick. Got it. Natalia slices one off and takes set #2.
That's her favorite shot, and what a time to use it.
40 set points to each of the players clad in purple. And we head on to set #3. Thompson still with the advantage, 48-43. McCage cut into it slightly. We'll have a magic number for you. And a third set underway when we return to Madtown, USA. As we enter the third set, Kevin Barnett alongside Olympian and Queen, Key Michael.
That's right.
48-43, the advantage for Team Thompson, although they lost that second set, Key, because a #1 draft pick came alive.
This is why Molly knew she wanted to take Natalia off the board immediately. She's the kind of player that can dictate the flow of a game, and that's what we saw here in the second. Is she started to find ways to score. It wasn't always those hard-driven balls, but defensively as well. I mean, popping balls up that you didn't expect, you wouldn't expect. Also just making it harder for the gold side to earn their points. So she's playing a really well-rounded game. We saw her talk to her captain, Alicia Childress, there about what she could do differently, and then just doing a great job of implementing that.
7 kills, 6 digs, a block, hitting .410 in efficiency. Natalia recapturing the form that she has had for so long. Multiple Brazilian championships, Champions League medals, and a worldwide career of success as we look at the match stats through 2.
I mean, there's really not much in it when you look at it this way. Similar in the blocks, aces, digs, kills. Where has it been won and lost? Well, pressure. You've seen some service pressure coming at different stages of the game so far. Between one team will have it at one moment and then another team, and then there's some runs happening at different stages. So it really all comes down to this one.
Who will grab some margin success here in the third set? Remember, we played just 3 sets. Every time we add up the score, you see there the match score below. If you're just joining us in Veterans Memorial Coliseum at the Alliant Energy Center, Kevin Barnett and Key Michael. This third set will determine the overall victory, but there will also be a set victory in this one that could be split as Kayla Caffey collects another overpass kill. Sydney Hilly with the serve there. 60 points for the overall win. Those are team points, go to every single person. Everyone gets 60 added to their score on the leaderboard. 40 for the set. Another tough serve. Right to McCage. Good touch by Caffey. They'll need to do more work defensively here. Hilly pops it up right there for Jawo. Thompson dug very high. There's a swing to be had here. It's a difficult one. extended rally. Perhaps longest of the match right now. Cat Bell trying to power through, cannot. How about the other pin? TTA looking for hands. Nothing called, and the ball is long.
What a rally.
3-0.
Longest rally I think we've seen in this match so far. Is it fatigue? Is it defense picking up? Is it the other teams just kind of figuring each other out? Again, when you play a volleyball match, tactics can pay off in the first couple of sets, but then you just play to the game and what's happening in front of you.
Yeah, there are those in-match adjustments, like on the block, as they again get a hold of Jordan Thompson. She's been kept largely in check. 9 kills on 33, but now 7 errors. She's approaching 0. She's well under 100 in efficiency.
That was the game plan, right?
Right.
Slow her down. Keep her in check.
McCage, backslide. That is the bread and butter of number 5.
Yeah, those have been too few and far between so far in this match. McCage thrives off these, and especially the ones where she has to come off the net in transition. She's so quick to get around to the other side of Hancock.
Yeah, both captains being held in check here. McCage is in negative territory. Oh, that ball cannot be handled by Hancock. She'll want that one back. Weirdo caterpillar ball as it made its way across the top of the cable. Claire Hoffman back to the line. Looking at Hoffman's numbers, 5 kills, 6 digs. Joust pushed through, poked back over. Good in rhythm set. Again, touched by Thompson. And back through the block, left side by Maddie Kingdon-Rischel. One of the all-time great players at Arizona. 7 kills for Rischel now. 13 digs for number 19. Jawo with the dig. Rischel, yes! Looking upstairs for a little bit of luck.
She was one of the big pickups for Thompson. Again, looking for that balance on the other pin. Really doing a great job of running that down and keeping it in play. And sometimes you better be lucky than good.
7-2 on that ace there. Claire Hoffman, plus 12 for you for that ace.
Sometimes better to be good than lucky, and that's what happens there on that serve. She's looking between 2 players, and especially in that rotation where McCage has to run across. She's caused a little confusion there.
And they're all over the backslide of Molly McCage. And now chipping the edge of Micah Hancock. Technical volleyball on display from the women in black and gold as they have asserted themselves early in this 3rd set, causing Team McCage to take a timeout. 56-45, Thompson. The Athletes Unlimited Pro Volleyball Championship is fueled by Gatorade. We're enjoying the beginning of our residency here in Madison, Wisconsin. Enjoying our 2nd match of the evening, 56-45, and that overall Team Thompson trying to seize control 8-2 early on in the 3rd. Mentioned that this is our 2nd match of the evening. That's because earlier we had Team Valentine Anderson versus Team Cooper. And it was Taylor Sambothi, middle, doing middle things and collected MVP 1 honors. Key Michael, you could not be more thrilled.
I love when the middle pops off, and that's exactly what she did. Taylor Sambothi is one of those players who can really impact the game, not only with this kind of play, but also with her energy, with her vibrancy on the court, and not just because of the colored jersey she's wearing. 12 points for a middle, tied up as top scorer. That's a huge performance by any account.
8 kills on 15 swings, no errors at all, hitting .530. She would add 3 blocks, 3 digs, and we said she didn't have an ace. She immediately served an ace. Take that, announced booth. Brittany Abercrombie in the loss collects MVP 2 honors with 18 kills. Fine performance from our defending champion once again, and Danny Drews continues to excel in the opposite position, this time for Team Cooper. So Team Thompson excelling for sure in this first set and put a lot of pressure on Molly McCage. Where do you go if they're the women in purple?
Probably Tammy Thomas. Wrong.
Well, take me to the overall here. Who's going to have to carry the offense in this set? Longarantes breaks out the pause. Oh, and Thompson breaks out the heater. That's some chin music for Peanut Pinoy.
Something like it popped off of the block. A piece of tape or a nail or something. Just hitting lights out.
Oh, good short serve. Thompson again. This one angle showing you something.
Start with an R word.
Oh, yes.
Range for days. Jordan Thompson. And this is what we love about watching her play, is that she can crush it down the line, and as soon as you adjust and take it away, she'll go the other way.
Jordan Thompson is free-ranging here in her second week as a captain. Oh, and her outside hitter, Mandy Kingdon-Richel, is playing some kind of defense in the off-blocker spot.
Considering the price of eggs these days, free range or nothing for JT.
That tip will go down. Things all going Thompson's way. The run continues here to open set 3. Total control, 11-2. And their magic number here is going to be 21. They are 10 away from putting the set away. And if things continue like this, they're going to salt away a ton of team points as well as individual success.
And JT will remain undefeated, the only player other than Tessa Grubbs who's been with her every week to do so.
Hoffman with a single ace, but nearly another one throughout this run. That ball is wide. 12-2. McCage has one timeout remaining. Here she'll look to a center change to try and affect some of the momentum. Maddie Bug will check in for Micah Hancock. We saw Bug in the double sub in the last set, but here she is at the controls in the main position. Line shot. No swing. Chance to add here for the gold side. Done.
I think what's missing right now on the purple side is a little bit of point scoring pressure. Molly McCage has put a lot of pressure in Tammy Thomas-Alara to be that role. But right now, she isn't finding that little piece of the puzzle.
Bad pass. Maddie Haynes in there also now chipping, and it is wide. Oh my, a historically bad start to a set here for Team McCage, and they'll look for a review to slow things down, if not turn the point. Currently on the scoreboard is 14-2.
And this goes back to what I talked about at the whiteboard, the difficulty of being A, in the purple jersey, and B, as a middle blocker. Molly McCage, her options were limited, right? She's not a point scorer herself, so she's not automatically, as a captain, part of that puzzle. She got one pick, which she took Natalia, and then she had to wait 6 picks for all the other pins, the scoring pins, to be taken off the board.
Right. A lot of folks at home might play fantasy sports. Same things happens there with a snake draft. You might get that first pick, but you are in trouble when it comes back around. And we are looking around to see if this ball is in or out. That might be in.
That's
from
closer.
that angle.
Yeah, it's closer than I thought. At first glance, I did think, yeah, that looks into me.
Well, this would be a little bit of relief, the mildest form.
Yeah, I thought this challenge was just a case of trying to slow down momentum, but maybe not.
After review, the challenge for ball in is successful. Ball goes to the purple side.
A little bit of relief.
And a smile for Haynes, who had just checked in. It was her first swing. She was still mid-granola bar as she went up to the substitution line.
Chance for some sustenance. Roll shot picked up by Natalia. Bug takes 2 attempts in the rally. Second one is good. How about 8 points for Maddie Bug for that kill?
And this is how you can affect a game. If you're brought in as a setter in that substitution role, she's brought in front court instead of in that back court double sub, immediately become offensive.
Fewest ever points scored in a set is 8. On pace for that is Thompson right now to hang that on the Team McCage side. Fewest this season we've seen is 14. See how much life Team McCage has here. We found out this weekend, Key, you and I doing LSU and Missouri, that no one is ever dead in a set. As Kayla Cappy puts that one away, that ball is definitely dead.
Yeah, LSU in their purple jerseys as well.
Oh yeah, we saw
a similar fate.
They were leading 24-16 in a pivotal third set, a 1-1 match, and they failed to convert 9 set points and lost 27-25. Never seen anything like it.
That's an extreme example, but you have to be terminal in this sport. Nothing is taken for granted. You have not won until that 25th point is on the board.
Rischel trying to be terminal here. He'll hit the off blocker, Natalia, who will miss. There's ways to be terminal in a positive sense and in a negative sense. That attack error is going to be negative points, 12 of them for Natalia. 15-4. 6 points away from their magic number. Team Thompson serving short. No outside hitter. Backslide has to go, and it does.
And Maddie Bug and Molly McCage played together. They have done for years. Since they were together at USA, they played in Germany together. Like, if she's going to make a change and bring in somebody as a setter, that's a great change for her to make. They know each other so well.
McCage's going to make a change here. Going to bring in Alexa Gray for the first time tonight, the outside hitter. A little bit banged up with a right foot issue. She's in to serve for the captain. Maybe a little extra defensive support here as they try and turn points. Or you just block at the net. There's an international and oftentimes gold medal showdown, USA versus Brazil.
Love to see it. That big push from Hilly. And Thompson thinking she had more space than she did. I don't know if it's Natalia who, it's Natalia who gets all of that. Ooh.
There isn't a player in the gym probably with more reps outside of the USA team against Thompson than Natalia. She'll get the ball. And her roll shot will not go down. 4 contacts may have occurred, and indeed, Sophie Fisher with a sly look.
Even Thompson looking over and saying, no, no, no. Ah, yeah. There's that smile back.
Easy to smile when it's 15-7. We've only seen the serious face once. We've seen a lot of serious swings, though.
It's easy to smile when you're just scoring at will against your competition. Everyone tries to figure out what it is about her. It's the height, it's the contact point, it's her range, it's her decision making. It's not one thing. It's a combination of everything.
Sometimes the funny weirdness during timeouts or in between sets.
Yeah, she's got a light personality as well, which and her teammates are over there enjoying themselves as well. You can see on the bench as well, everyone's enjoying themselves. It's a great atmosphere to play under.
Well, she's talked about having to give herself some grace and confidence in this career, which it looks easy right now for her. But oftentimes it's an ebb and a flow throughout a career.
I think the higher that you get, the higher level you get, you realize the expectations go with you, but you have to look back at how far you've gone. And for her, she's a player who wasn't even in the conversation of Team USA when she was in college, but then becomes a multiple-time Olympian and gold medalist because of how improved she is.
Well, she put herself in that conversation as Fisher puts herself in front of that attack. Sophie Fisher looking for maybe the lead in blocks. Coming into tonight, she was second and adding to her total here. Sophie Fisher, 2 blocks credited before that one, now 3. Chip shot, Natalia unable to get the kill. Here's Kat Bell. Oh, can Rischel get there? Yes, she can, but we are not allowed to play it out of the announce booth.
That was you. It was all you, Kevin.
I was ready.
This is right there. I thought we were going to see a flying JT come our direction to try and keep it alive, but with an 8-point advantage, maybe better to save the shins.
Yeah, better to avoid the cheese grater that are these video boards. You do not want to hit those. You do not want to be a block of mozzarella.
Pizza.
There's Hilly at the controls. Back row to Reschel, dug by Bug. Hoffman calls everybody off. Thompson, did she get some hands? It sure looked like it. And everyone in the entire gym is challenging.
Again, Thompson there, not in a great spot to have a swing. Look how far inside from the antenna she is. She's almost at the center of the court. Has to go a little chip away. It's all wrist that she's working off the top of the fingertips with. It's not a hard-driven ball. It's just a clever shot. And I do think she got a little bit of Tori Dixon there on the left hand.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right about that, Key.
Barely, but just enough. Even just a fingertip, fingernail.
Well, people in generations before are definitely wondering how many kills they missed out on these micro touches that get called routinely now with the video review system at every level.
Yeah, I've had players come up to me after matches and say, yeah, I did touch that ball. If you could have it back now. I think I was in the Italian championships and we lost it due to a touch that didn't go our way.
I can think of a touch that occurred in our favor, Team USA, in an Olympic quarterfinal comeback in a 5th set, determining swing. There was definitely a touch. Nothing was called.
Was it you who did the touching?
No. My best buddy Tom Hoff definitely with the touch on match point, and a very disappointed 15,000 Greek fans went home in the quarters after leading 20-12 in the 4th.
After review, the challenge for a block touch is unsuccessful due to inconclusive video.
Yeah, they couldn't get
Point
enough.
goes to the purple side.
Now the black and gold jerseys are saying they saw it on the video. How did you not see it in Nashville?
The thing I think that the gold side are looking at are the spin of the ball as well. You may not actually see. JT is the best kind of weird. I love watching her play.
It's one of your stylists out there, Key.
I know.
All right, so anyway, they'll move on in the best way, perhaps, and there is the best way.
That's the old, well, ball never lies situation.
That's what everyone is now yelling who was cheering for Team Thompson. So it will not be a historically bad set in the history of the league by Team McCage. Could be the worst one on the year still. That one is missed by Fisher. So remember, they need 3 more here to Team Thompson to capture the set. Or pardon me, capture the overall. Dug up on top of the net. Standing block from Bug. Was she above the level of the net? It won't matter now, but Julie Vogt will get some looks from Jordan Thompson. That would have been a back row blocker.
Little bit of frustration kicking in, especially because the captains only get 2 challenges and you don't want to waste them.
Both teams have used one here in the 3rd. That ball's good from Maddie Haynes. Maddie Haynes, who was a basketball player, thought that might carry her to a college opportunity. Instead, it was a 6th grade volleyball camp that kindled her love of the game, and it was volley from there forward. Played at Cal. Haynes with a dig on the spot. Hilly trying to leave it in the middle of the court. Misconnection there. Haynes blocked to the back line.
Kathy with a beautiful finish. And again, we watch her entire body get in front of the direction that Haynes wants to go. She is reading the body language that Haynes is giving her.
Good pass. Kat Bell, deep corner. Team Thompson looking for 21 and a match victory here. Still have the set points to determine, but they're looking for 100 here total. If they can add 60 right now, they're in good shape for the set two, and there it is. So Maddie Kingdon-Rischel puts another ball away. That's going to be her 12th. She and Thompson doing most of the damage over there, and 60 points have been added to each player's score via the match victory. That's because there aren't enough points remaining in this set for McCage to even get to tied. Oh, that ball into the Jumbotron. And it's 22-13.
Yeah, the wheel's starting to come off on the purple side. But again, it's the gold. It's of the gold's doing. They're putting McCage's team in really difficult situations with their serve.
Per your point, Key. Off balance again. Saving it. Haynes with the dig. Cat Bell has to do again with a tough set.
Oh.
Speaking of a tough set, that ball played into the net and then back out. A lot of angle and a lot of heat. Almost killed Maddie Bugg, squashed on a windshield in that one.
Kevin likes it. He loves a Bug joke.
23-13, Thompson. Short serve, perfect pass, backslide winner. In this set, Team Thompson is hitting 300, which is not an out there world number, but if you're holding Team McCage to 100, that plus 200 spread is going to have you looking at a victory. Gray back again. Blocked by Dixon. We haven't had one of those in a while. She opened with a couple in the first set.
And the strategy on McCage's side is clearly to serve at Kingdon-Rischel. She's had to pass 33 of the 50 balls.
Yeah.
She's done a great job, though. She's passing at about 50%. That time just a mistake in the coverage. I don't think that was on her.
She might have the most reception attempts this year after tonight. She's been the most consistent target as Dixon redirects another one. Same matchup, Dixon late, Thompson on time, and we are to a set point. Match already gone. Looking for a clean 100 points. Team points. The captain will go to live. Remember, she tried to drive it earlier to finish the second set. Longarantes to dig. And Kingdon-Rischel with the finish. Expertly done into the angle. And 25-15. The second largest margin of victory this season goes to Team Thompson. In any one set, 25-14 is the best anyone has done. 73-58 is a pretty emphatic statement in the overall score. They win set number 1 by 7. They lose the second by just 2 to Team McCage, who was getting good play from their number 1 draft pick, Natalia. But it was the other side, Team Thompson, getting some wonderful play from Maddie Kingdon-Rischel, who was the number 1 pick for the gold side. Kingdon-Rischel holding down all those receptions, as Key Michael detailed. 13 kills, hit 222 efficiency, 15 digs. Added an ace and a block, and you have a complete performance along with the set ceiling and match ending kill. She is with Key Michael.
Maddie, congratulations on the win. You've already got your crown on you. What was special about tonight?
I think we just had a lot of fun tonight, actually. And this group is just really amazing to play with. And we have a lot of great teammates and players, and I love them. And they're so sweet and funny and amazing.
If you manage to focus through this whole interview, I'll be so impressed. How many is that? 4, 5, 6 already? I've lost count. The queen herself. All right, tell me what makes this team, other than what you already mentioned, being amazing and having a lot of fun, why were you able to win tonight? Oh.
I I think we just have a lot of well-roundedness to this team. I think serve receive was really strong tonight, and then we had some people that can put away the ball. So, yeah, just a really solid team all around.
And I know it was your first time playing with JT, but you guys obviously go way back. Yeah. What's so fun about playing with her as a captain?
I think her energy is the best part, and obviously she's a big point scorer for us. So, yeah, just her energy and personality on the court is so fun to play with. So I was excited to be on this team.
Congratulations. Take all of your crowns and go celebrate the victory.
Maddie Kingdon-Rischel with 13 kills. Her captain, Jordan Thompson, with 16 kills. Yeah, some other contributors there, hopping with 6 as well, as Jordan Thompson gets the same crowning treatment here for the Burger Queens, who are victorious 73-58, and that will have a lot of players rising up that leaderboard. Those winner points already in there, those team points. We will look to have the MVP points added in as well. Not a lot has changed through night 1. Danny Drew sneaking in there to the number 4 spot, but so much yet to be determined over 4 more matches on the weekend. Remember, the top 4 players, those top 4 spots, those are captains who will draft for the final week of play in week 4 here in Madison. Celebration for the gold side. And a team photo to follow. So Team Thompson, 25-18, 23-25, and then 25-15 for an overall victory of 73-58 and 140 total team points. The Athletes Unlimited Pro Volleyball Championship continues on Saturday afternoon. That will be 3 Eastern. Check out where to watch on the website at auprovolleyball.com. For my partner, Olympia Key Michael, and our entire intrepid crew from Madison, I'm Kevin Barnett, saying good night and thanks for enjoying Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. We'll see you again in 2 days.